Hey, yo, this is your boy Post. You're now tuned in to Hood Action News Live. So, as you can see, the topic on my screen is Jacksonville police beat man. So, the Jacksonville police beat up a black man, a man of color. So, Jacksonville police, nope, no, I was about to say peace. But there's no peace in Jacksonville right now as they beat up the brother, the black man in the car. So let's cover this. All right. So we got another case of officer pull him over. Yahoo! Officer pull him over. I'm officer pull him over. And what I say goes, and what I go says. Woo! So we got another case of officer pull him over. So William McNeil Jr. Jr. So this is William McNeil Jr. got pulled over in Jacksonville, Florida. Now we're going to take a look at two different videos. I want to take a look at, because I heard what a lot of different people said about this, but I want to make my own evaluation. I want to take a look at two. One is the dash cam, and one is the film he took. So William, he's 22 years old, dreads, right? Getting pulled over. Allegedly, it was raining. So allegedly, it was raining outside. So what I want to see did he actually, or let's just see, I want to see from both perspectives. I want to see this from the cop perspective, from the police officer's perspective, and I want to see this from his perspective. So if you did not see this, let's take a look at the video. Now, I don't know if this video is going to show him getting actually beating, but the cops beat the brakes off him. That's all you got to know. The cops beat the brakes off of William. They beat the dreadlocks off of him. That's all you got to know. So this is the body cam footage. Let me actually speed up a little bit. So this is the cop in the car. Here you go.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights, and it's not raining. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
735. I'm fucking with the driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No,
Step out of the vehicle.
He already messed up right there. So I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. He already messed up right there. So I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. For y'all young black men, when you get pulled over, now this guy did not lose his life. This guy is still, while I'm doing this, William is still alive, right? When you get pulled over like that, and this is for, I don't care how old you are, but young black men, right? When you get pulled over like that, the sassiness, don't do it. So I'm gonna repeat this again. When you get pulled over by the police in the United States of America, anywhere, I'm in Philly, right? Don't start the sassiness. Don't even start doing it. He started out very sassy. So William started out very sassy, right? Now, I'm going to evaluate this from both perspectives. So I'm not going to take William's side, and I'm damn sure not going to take the cop side.
25 seconds. For 94, the driver just slammed the door and locked it.
So he,
Call your supervisor.
so the cop approached him very
Whether you have your
regular.
lights on. Two things: you're not wearing your seatbelt.
If they like,
Three-
I don't
So look, the cop did approach him. This cop right here, Theo. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jamal Warner, come here, Theo. This cop right here did approach him very regular. My man led very sassy, right? So let's look at this again.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things: you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
37, 35. I'm fucking with the driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle.
Right there. Can't do no shit like that.
But
Yo, you can't slam the door like that. If I'm a cop, I don't know if you slamming the door are going to reach for your gun or not. So you know you done fucked up, right?
5 seconds. For 94, the driver just slammed the door and locked it.
Call your supervisor.
Yep.
He already called the supervisor.
25 seconds. If anybody responding, come in from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on too. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for.
Now, the part that's the gray area, right? Now, when I finish this, there's a law. It's called Pennsylvania versus Mims. I believe that's the law. This is the gray area that I don't really understand, right? If you get pulled over, how can you get arrested for resisting, right? Resisting is the gray area to me in this case. Resisting, right? Now, let's
resisting.
watch.
The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them.
This cop right here ain't really that bad. This one, but let's watch.
Sir. Okay.
Now, I'm going to give more context. The reason I say this cop right here ain't really that bad, I've been cursed out by cops in Philly before. Like, they cuss at you, call you a bunch of MFers, and you do that back and forth. You know what I mean?
Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window.
I mean, he's telling you, open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. He's saying this in plain sight.
No, he's under arrest. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Yo, another thing I want to say, when you pull over, when they ask you for your license and registration, hand them your license and registration. No license and registration was handed.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Now look, they told him they already told him to get out of the car. They told him, he asked him to unlock the door on the other side, and they already told you they're gonna break your window out.
Vehicle's locked in.
He already told you that.
Put the window down and I tried to talk to
Now, he's telling the other officers, somebody's probably on the scene, like, I already tried to talk to him, but I told him about the window. So I want to see if this cop is lying right now. Yo, when I hear, let me tell you something, man. I'm in Philly. If I hear all them cops coming for me, I'm getting out the. You can hear all the cops coming for you. You know what I mean? I'm getting out of the car. Sorry, officer, I'm getting out right now. This is a lose-lose battle for you, really.
Hey, I'm about to break the window.
Like, after I see them pull
I'm
up,
about to break the window.
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
break that window fast.
Show me your hands. Here.
1033 at 15.1 hours.
What is your reason? What is your reason? No, don't touch it. Get on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back. Resist. Hands behind your back. What's wrong with you?
What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was going to walk.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
Yo, that extra shit.
What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No, bro.
Okay.
Yes, bro. Yes. No for reason, bro. You gonna throw my phone like that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off now, man. Bro.
And I'm just trying to have a real conversation with y'all, bro.
You just got to see what already.
So your partner didn't even ask.
Marijuana in my pocket.
Yeah, actually.
So why close the door if you see him pull up? Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, bro. I didn't do nothing.
It's called resisting, idiot.
I didn't do nothing wrong, bro.
I don't know.
Can you back me up to the car so I can lean up? You were both my boy.
Now, how did he mysteriously get it? All right, so let's look at the other video. Now, you notice I got this title, "Two Rights Don't Make a Wrong," right? So you notice I got two rights don't make a wrong, right? I can't, looking at this, I'm not 100% ready to cape for my man. They gave you a lot of warning, and today you're still alive. So they gave you a lot of warning, and right now, as of today, my man is still alive, right? Because he's obviously got a case against the cops. Now, two rights don't make a wrong. You should have got your black ass out the car. A. B. You shouldn't be driving on a suspended license. C. I can go on. Let's do the whole alphabet. C. You shouldn't have been driving with I said that was A. Shouldn't have been driving with a suspended license. And when they say they're going to break your window, get out the car. Now, he did tell you various times, you shut the door, your window is broke. You didn't hear him say you're going to break the window. When those other cop cars pulled up, I would have got my black ass out the car. And that's D, E, F, G. Let's do the whole alphabet, right? But let's take a look. Let's take a look at the other angle to this. So I want to take a look at another angle, another perspective of this video. So let's take a look at another angle on this. So let's see what video. That's the body cam. So this is the angle. Let me see something. No, that's not it. So this is going to be another angle of the video. So let's see. So this is actually the angle that's going viral, because this is the one that the actual news is using. So a lot of media outlets are using this angle. So let's take a look at this angle of it. Now, like I said, you already definitely resisting getting out of the car. Now,
violent traffic stop involving a black driver. The cell phone footage is
black driver involving a black driver. All right, let's look at it from this angle.
from February, but it was just posted this past weekend. And then the body camera videos were released yesterday. Officers say they pulled over 22-year-old William McNeil for not wearing a seatbelt and not turning on his headlights during inclement weather. After McNeil said his window, McNeil said his window was broken, and an officer told him 4 times to open the door and exit or he'd shatter the glass.
There's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
So you punched him?
Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right. No, don't.
Punch, another punch. 2 punches right there.
The officers involved are
So it's 2 punches right there.
What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
So look, it's 2 punches right. His hands is already behind his back. Now, this dude should have stepped out the car. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I can't really, I'm black. I'm in Philly. I can't really cape for you if you don't step out the car. But I'm gonna tell you where the officers lost at. It's 2 visible punches, and you got your hands behind your back. This dude is gonna win this case. He's gonna win the case because it's excessive force, right? Now, this is the gray area. Them breaking the window is not excessive force. Those 2 punches are excessive force or excessive force. So I'll repeat that again. The officer breaking the window, grabbing him out is not excessive force. And I'm gonna show you why that's not excessive force, because there's actually a law called Pennsylvania versus Mims. So that's not excessive force. Those 2 punches are excessive force. And this is what's excessive force. The 2 punches.
What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
No.
the officers involved are not.
No.
1, 2. Look, 2 punches. He gonna sock him right here. Look.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
Look.
Exit the vehicle now.
Look.
Exit the vehicle.
Sock him right there.
Show me your hands.
Here.
They already socked you.
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle
Look.
now. Exit
Bam.
the vehicle.
Sock you.
Show me your hands.
Excessive
Here.
force. 1.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
No. Look, he socked
The
him
officers
twice.
involved are not being criminally charged, but
Now that's the shit right there. Listen, that's the shit right there why everybody hates the cops. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is the one when they get you and your hands are behind your back and they take a cheap shot. That's why nobody. So if you're an officer right now and you watching this, that's why nobody liked your ass. That right there. Now, like I said, this dude wasn't complying, but then I'm gonna be honest with you. After they broke that window, he started complying, but he did comply after they broke the window. Look.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
No.
Damn, socked him.
the officers involved are not being criminally charged. But the officer who smashed the window and punched him is suspended pending an internal review. NBC's Aaron Gilchrist is following this story for us. Also with me is Paul Butler, an MSNBC legal analyst and former federal.
Listen, 2 punches. So it was 1, 2 punches. So that 100%, there was 2 punches. Now, if you just joined it in, if you go back to the beginning of the video, I played the officer's view of the video where you can see this guy is obviously not complying. But what this guy's trying to say is you pull me over for nothing. That's the whole point of black men getting mad, is you pull us over for nothing, right? Now, the seatbelt is something. if you can get pulled over and get a ticket for not having your seatbelt. So this dude didn't have a seatbelt on and he didn't have his headlights on. The headlight part of that is kind of BS because that's kind of a gray area. It wasn't really raining right there, but inclement weather, you definitely want to have your lights on anyway because you don't want to get in an accident. Now, I'm going to show you why the officers are not going. The punch is what they're going to get charged for. I'm going to show you why these officers or officer punching behind the back. That's what we're going to call that guy, officer behind the back punch, right? I'm going to tell you why the group of officers is not, the guy that busts the window out. I'm going to show you why they're not going to get charged for this, right? So let me put this on the screen. So I'm gonna show you why. This is why, if you look on my screen now, I don't know if you can see that, but this is why the officers are not going to get charged for this. Pennsylvania versus Mims. Supreme Court ruled that police officers can order drivers out of their vehicles during a lawful stop for officer safety. So Pennsylvania versus Mims, the Supreme Court ruled that officers can order drivers out of their car during lawful traffic stops for officer safety, right? Even without additional suspicion. So this is a law. It says even without additional suspicion. It says this decision while seemingly minor, has significant implications for police procedures for individual liberties. It says, let me see something. It says the Pennsylvania versus Mims. It says the police stopped the car for having an expired license. This guy right here that we just did today, right? His license was expired. So remember, when you go back and watch this video, his license was expired. Now I'm reading you the case of Pennsylvania versus Mims. The police stopped the car for having an expired license during the police stop. Officer ordered drivers Mims to exit the vehicle. Mims was then found to be carrying a concealed weapon. So in this case, the dude had a concealed weapon. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court initially ruled that the order to exit the car was a violation of the Fourth Amendment. So this is why now this is Pennsylvania versus Mims. So the dude had a concealed weapon, right? So when you pull over somebody, it's almost common sense. When you pull over somebody, if you're a cop, right? If you were a cop, let's just say you were a cop, right? You order them to step out of the vehicle just so I can see your hands while we figure this out, right? Just so I can see you, so I can be safe while we figure this out, right? Now, this dude had a suspended license, so they're pulling you over. They probably already ran your tags. How do they know you got a suspended license? They ran your tags already, fool. So they ran the dude's tags. We just watched the video. They know you got a suspended license and you don't got a seatbelt on and your lights ain't on. So it's like three different things. You got a suspended license, they're running your tags, no seatbelt on, and you don't got your windshield wipers on. As stupid as that may sound, they could pull you over for that, right? You don't got your lights on, not your windshield wipers. So you have no lights on. When it's raining, you got to have your lights on. It was gray outside. It wasn't a sunny delight day. You know what I mean? So you got these three things working against you. So, like I said, you got a suspended license, inclement weather, and they done ran, they ran your tags already. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at this video like we just did, and you see the cops busting out my man's window. So if you look at this video like we just did, and you see the cops busting out my man's window, go back, do your Googles, do your chat GPTs, whatever you got to do. Look up this law. It's called Pennsylvania versus Mims, right? Where a cop, they can ask you to get out of the car whenever they want to, basically. That's what the law is saying. This dude did not comply to that, so they bust his window. The 2 punches is why this officer's in trouble, not for breaking the window. So it already looks aggressive. The cops pull up, put the car in front of you. It's a macho thing. This officer got over mad, broke the window, punched him, and then punched him again. The same officer punched him. So that officer is definitely going to get like, bro, you punching the dude, he's definitely going to get some money. I don't know how much money he's going to get, but my man is definitely about to get some money. Now, if you just tuning in, now I just explained to you everything in this case. If you're just tuning in, the reason why on my screen there that I have 2 rights don't make a wrong. Let's do the conclusion. The cop pulled over this 20 McNeil, right? Mr. McNeil, William McNeil, right? Pulled my man over. He did not comply, right? He's asking a bunch of questions. The right way to do this is to comply and get a lawyer if the cops, because if he would have complied and still got beat up like this, you got more of a case in court. If you would have complied and still got beat like this, it would have still been on tape, right? That you got punched twice for complying. The officer wouldn't have had no alibi, right? You cannot drive. Yo, I don't know why do y'all think so, black men, I don't know why you think you can drive around on a suspended license, right? Sometimes like a lot of black dudes, they shooting white dudes. The cops beating up white dudes, right? You a black dude, right? In Jacksonville, you down south in Jacksonville, right? And Jacksonville is not exactly the best for crime anyway, right? So you cannot have a suspended driver's license. You got to put your seatbelt on, right? Now in Philly, the cops don't really pull. The cops got bigger fish to fry. These bigger cities like Philly, New York, they don't really pull you over for not having your seatbelt on, not unless they run you know what I mean? Not unless they really want you. They really want you, they'll pull you over for that. But the cops in Philly, if everything's right with your car, they don't really pull you over for nothing, not unless you're doing something you're not supposed to, or they're looking for a car like yours, right? I can't say that about Philly cops. If you're in the car, now they will get behind you. Every cop, I myself have dash cams, right? So I want to say that I got a dash cam in my car. I noticed I've been followed by cops recently, right? And when they see the dash cam, they'll get behind you aggressively. When they see your dash cam, they'll pull over to the side. So they run your license, and then they get frustrated that they don't got you, and they see the dash cam, right? Because you're not supposed to be following me running my license for nothing, right? So they always make a quick, they'll make a quick turn off. So this has happened to me in July this year. Cop riding behind me, following me. They see my dash cam, and then they bang off to the side, right? So I'm not susceptible to this, right? Now, the one thing I can say, if I was this dude, I would have a whole lot of content. It would be, I would do, if this happened to me and I got this on camera like that, or if something happens to me like that, and I got it on camera, you're going to have a whole lot of Hood Action News content. Now, let's go back and conclude this. The reason why I said two rights don't make a wrong, William McNeil, the African-American 22-year-old on the screen, did not have valid driver's license. License was suspended. You don't have your lights on and you don't have your seatbelt on. The cops are going to pull you over. That's his wrong and the sassiness, right? You don't want to really get sassy with the cops, especially when we know it's a lot of bad cops out there killing people. Why would you get sassy with the cops? They're going to get mad at you. I don't know when you get pulled over, you don't know what type of cop is pulling you over. So you don't want to get sassy with the cops. The second thing, when the officer pulled him over, the officers did everything they were supposed to besides those 2 punches. So obviously we just watched, if you're tuning in now, we just watched this officer punch this guy, William McNeil Jr. of Jacksonville, in the face twice. 1-2. 1-2. We watched him get a 2-piece. 2 different separate 2-pieces. You know what I'm saying? He got a 2-piece through the drive-through window, and he got a 2-piece from the walk-in. You know what I'm saying? He gave him a 2-piece, no biscuit, right? So that same officer gave this guy a 2-piece, no biscuit. You know what I'm saying? So 2 rights don't make a wrong. You can't lead sassy. If you're a black dude getting pulled over by the cops, you can't lead sassy. We all know leading sassy is for white dudes. We all know they get away with that shit. You know what I mean? I'm a law-abiding citizen, all that. They get away with all that shit. I don't know why y'all want to press the line of thinking that you're going to get away with being sassy to the cops. This dude was like super sassy to the cops. You know what I'm saying? Pull it up. I'm not getting it. I don't know why y'all think that you can't argue with the cops. You are not a white dude. I'm just keeping a buck with you. You cannot argue with the cops when they pull up, right? What you want to do, you got it recorded. Record the whole thing. And if they do something wrong, if this dude wasn't sassy and he would have got beat like this, he probably would have got more money. He's still gonna get money because that 2-piece is worth a couple biscuits. You know what I mean? That officer's 2-piece is worth a couple biscuits. So next time you get pulled over, he will be driving a BMW or something, or whatever that money can buy. So that's why I say 2 rights don't make a wrong. You're wrong. You got a suspended license, no seatbelt on, no headlights on. 3 rules, like they gonna pull you over for those 3 different things, right? This is in Jacksonville. These down south, yoo-hoo cops. You know what I'm saying? They gonna pull you over. Yoo-hoo, officer, pull them over. They gonna pull your black ass over, right? So you want to have those 3. You want to have all your ducks in a row. Your car has to be right. The warrants. You want to have everything right. Obviously, the cop is wrong for giving my man a 2-piece, no biscuit. So that's my conclusion of this case. My man got a 2-piece, no biscuit. Now, if you're just joining in now, you got to rewind because we went over this whole thing. But if you're just joining in now, I'm going to put this on the screen again. This is the law. When you see the officers breaking your windows because you don't want to comply, this is the law. It's called Pennsylvania versus Mims, that they can tell you to get out of the car for basically no reason at all for officer safety. So when they ask you to get out of the car, they could actually get out of the car for officer safety. If you rewind this video to me after I see, listen, to me after you, I wouldn't have led sassy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all, you know what I mean? I know a couple people, y'all lead sassy when the cops pull you over because y'all get sassy in real life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, y'all argue with people in real life. When the cops pull you over, you just wanna comply. That sassiness up front is why y'all dudes be getting in trouble for the most part. Now, I'm not talking about when officers be killing people because they just gonna do whatever they want to. If an officer gonna kill you, ain't nothing you could do or say. They already got it made up in their mind, right? But a lot of y'all be leading sassy. You know who you is. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all be leading sassy when the cops pull you over, and that's why you get what you get when the cops pull you over. But the cop, you gotta argue. You can't argue. These cops are not gonna argue with you on the spot. You gotta get your lawyer to argue with these cops. You already got it on tape. But I am gonna say this: get dash cams. They got all type. Right now, I'm looking for a new dash cam. I've been looking at a couple different dash cams. They got the dash cam. So this is the dash cam you want to get. I'm not gonna tell you the brand, but I'm gonna tell you the dash cam you want to get. You want to get the dash cam that it records 3 angles, right? It records the outside of the car, it records the inside of the car with you, and it records the back window, like cars all the way in the back window. Get these 3 angle cameras. I'm about to get these 3 angle dash cams. Because if I drive a far distance, yo, everything's recorded, and then you can always try to pull out your phone and set it up too and all that. But they got these 3 angle dash cams. Spend the money is between $150 and maybe $250. The back, so the officers following you, you got them back there following you. You got the front of the car, like when that cop pulled up in the front, and then you got you in the car getting punched. I would, if the cop pulled me over, I'm gonna angle it around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now, the one thing that they haven't mastered with these dash cams yet, they haven't mastered the Wi-Fi dash cams. I want something that got a button and I hit cop and then it goes live on every platform. That's what I want. Like live. You hit the live button and that shit'll go on, it'll just go on Twitter, Instagram, and everything, and stay on there live. That's what they need. You hit the button, hit the cop button, and it'll record. But get those 3 angle cameras, the front, the inside, what you in it, and then everything that's in the back, everything that's out the back window. I had a cop swarm up. I had a cop swarm up behind me. You know what I'm saying? Until he's seeing the dash, and he's like, "Oh shit, I see the dash cam." You know what I'm saying? Recently, he's seen that dash. He ain't like the dash cam. You already was running my plates for nothing, and I got you following me, and I got you on the dash cam. Officer, pull him over. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, in this case, my man was the way he handled this up front it's 1,000% wrong. The two punches, the two punch will get my man lunch. So the two punch, so William right here to the right, that two punch will get him lunch. You know what I'm saying? He will get paid for those two punches. Hands already behind your back. Definitely complying after they broke his window. My man is going to get paid shade lemonade. Now, let me know in the chat if you want to talk about this, right? Let me know in the chat if you want to talk about it. If not, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and go on hoodactionnews.com. It's your boy Post, live from Philly. Live from Philly. And make sure you check out that MIMS. It's a lot of laws that we need to know, right? I I wish I could go back to law school just so I could know every law, I swear. But that case right there is why the cops can pull you over and ask you to step out the car. You know, because if you're a cop, and what if this dude just want to get out and shoot? And especially if you in there tinted up. If you in there tinted up, they can't see nothing. They gotta ask you to get out of the car if you in there tinted up. So, you know, they want to be safe, they want to make it home, but at the same time, cops can't be giving out the 2-piece no biscuit. So the 2-piece no biscuit is why my man is definitely going to win this case. Because the 2-piece no biscuit. The resisting arrest. I don't know if he was resisting arrest. You know what I mean? Because he already told you his door was broke. Maybe you could say you couldn't hear or whatever like that. But that's what his lawyers are going to have to beat in court, the resisting arrest. You know what I mean? But I don't know why. To me, I guess that law warrants you to be arrested for not getting out of the car. But that 2-piece no biscuit, yeah, I'll take that payout. You know what I mean? But you definitely don't want nothing on your record either, yo. But hey, my man, it's your boy Post. I'm Izzo.